Down the field, he's just been remarkable, and that we're going to see some of that today. And this is another attribute he brings to the table: a power runner taking on a TV right there. That's pretty good. You got to watch that. I know he's amped up. He doesn't want to take on. It's going to be a learning process. Games like this against Austin Peay, you get a nice lead. These are valuable reps that this young man can get.
Fields tucks it, runs, takes out the umpire out to the 45-yard line. Gonna try and shake it off.
Yeah, best thing to do sometimes just stop. Don't move, right? He's right in the middle. All right, he's trying to get out of the way. He has no quickness skills. Just stand there and let them run around you. But he got up. He was smiling after that one. And he's like, ah.
Now, I could see Rocky doing that more than being the quarterback. But Rocky's dual threat at the smoothie bar. I think we should take him up on that. Straight drop with time, now looking for an alley to run, and he finds one and scoots out of bounds around the 34-yard line. Got away from Gunnar Shilato and a gain of 18.
In front of him, he's got two players on the outside. It's a two-man route, max protection, good way to protect your quarterback. Nobody's there. You got four defenders in the back covering two routes. And this is the element that he has. He has the speed. I mean, he's going to run right by the linebackers, get in the open field, both sides of the field every single day, and they're going to play the best players, and you're going to have to earn it every single week.
Fields, the crossing route, Riley Ridley, first down inside the 20 as he picks up 12 yards.
Right now, understands protections, pointing guys out, doing different things. So the playbook a little bit different when both guys are in the game.
And there's the completion out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen several crossing routes. This is a nice job. It's just putting it in a place the receiver can catch the ball and make completions. Good protection there. That's a big throw across the field.
That first start up in South Bend and the big win for them. And really got the ball rolling. The one regular season blemish, the loss to Auburn, which they avenged in the SEC final. But for Georgia fans, my goodness.
Malik Rozier, these guys started out with a bang, got this school back on the map, and then completely collapsed with his teammates as well at the end of the season last year. So two teams, I think, that got a lot to prove that, you know.
Isaiah Wilson shoring up that right side of the line. Holloman with the catch down to the 10. Well, you mentioned James Cook and his brother Dalvin, the all-time leading rusher.
They can catch the ball. You know, they can go out and run between the tackles. They can run a reverse.
Oh, what a move by the tight end, Isaac Nauta, spinning away from the defender. 12 yards for the touchdown.
In that department for Georgia's offense.
He's got his tight end, Isaac Nauta, first down out across the 30-yard line. The 10th pass at the tail end of that almost got the pick. And now it's 3rd and 6. Fields will step up. Going to try and get it himself, and he will fall forward across the line to move the chain.
Cade Mace has a little trouble with this underneath technique by the linebacker Harris, and he's able to make some things happen. I mean, he's just a big guy. He's hard to bring down, lower body. He's a special player.
Together with him?
We had some fun, a little bit personality driven, but very smart kid, and he's a big-time player for this defense.
Out of Riceboro, Georgia, and Justin Fields on at quarterback got his helmet knocked off. 2-yard line, and Brian Herrion is the offset back. Fields to Nauta, down to the 20. First down, Georgia. And Georgia without a timeout left. To the outside, Hardman to stop the clock. 30 seconds to go. Robertson with Crumpton to the left. Fields looking that way, and now looking for a lane. He's got one. Cuts back at the 5. Touchdown, Justin Fields.
Hey, you know, no one's open. He's smart with the football, doesn't try to force it. And then can you make somebody miss? For 31, Justin Brown, the corner, comes up, and he just gives him a juke. You'll see it here. Again, great protection. Just nothing there. He can make plays with his legs. And you got to break down and make a tackle. Justin Fields. It's a well-run operation there, and that'll be good work for the young quarterback.
Fields will throw, and he's got a first down. It's Holloman down inside the 40. Arrives the overall #1 recruit. And for Georgia early in the season, as he hooks up with Isaac Nauta, they have had ample opportunity, Anthony, to get both guys in.
If that comes up.
He's got Robertson down to that side of the field. The 3rd down throw into the end zone, touchdown. Jason Stanley with the catch. There's a flag down.
It's going to be a square in by Stanley. He's going to come right in the middle of your screen. Backers sliding out because of the tight end. Opens up a big hole. And Stanley makes sure he catches the ball with 2.
Freshman quarterback here, Justin Fields. Out of Kennesaw, Georgia. The #1 recruit in the country, who has had some time. He's got his tight end, Isaac Nauta, first down out across the 30-yard line. And now it's 3rd and 6. Fields will step up. Going to try and get it himself, and he will fall forward across the line to move the chains.
Personality driven, but very smart kid, and he's a big-time player for this defense.
Out of Riceboro, Georgia, and Justin Fields on at quarterback got his helmet knocked off. Fields to Nauta, down to the 20. First down, Georgia. Fields looking that way, and now looking for a lane. He's got one. Cuts back at the 5. Touchdown, Justin Fields. And his first rushing score as a Bulldog. Fields will throw, and he's got a first down. The overall #1 recruit. And for Georgia early in the season, as he hooks up with Isaac Nauta, they have had ample opportunity, Anthony, to get both guys in games. The 3rd down throw into the end zone, touchdown. Jason Stanley with the catch. There's a flag down.
figured more and more prominently. You can look at that Tennessee game, but here getting a series early on the third possession.
And he keeps it this time, and look at that speed. Up near the 29-yard line.
And this is an element that he, of course, brings. This isn't the only thing this kid can do, though. You've seen him carry the football since the Vanderbilt game, but getting a series in here, knowing that they've got a talent number one.
He follows his center, easily moves the chains for a first down.
Still developing. I mean, you can talk to the coaches. Very excited about him. Young, early in his career.
And he takes off again. Wide open space in UMass territory inside the 25-yard line before Lee Moses finally brings him down.
Led by Isaac Nauta. Just pulls this, reads the edge of the UMass defense, and nearly lost the football there towards the end of the run and just kind of ran out of gas.
For the first throw of the game, it's an easy one underneath. And Hardman with a stiff arm on Barr, and a flag will come in. Brockton Mass, loss of 3. Fields takes the hit, throws the touchdown. Calvin Riley Ridley there for the touchdown, and the Dogs are on the board again. Ridley waiting on this one from Fields after the big hit. Doesn't matter who plays quarterback for the Dogs.
The football in this game, but it is reminiscent of Nick Chubb, the way he presses the line and then bounces to the perimeter.
Fields strike inside the 30, streaking is Nauta, and near the goal line he's down inside the 5.
Off the RPO game and hits Nauta in stride. You could see Brighton Barr biting up on the run fake, opens up that window, and you see this all now, and Isaac Nauta at tight end able to get yardage after the catch.
54 yards, now it's Fields, touchdown Dogs.
Oh, that is a luxury to say the least. As you see the pull, Mecole Hardman blocking on the edge. Fields, he'd already decided that he was going to spin right about here. He already knew he was going to set up Ogbonna.
On defense, they've not been susceptible to the big play, while their offense has had plenty of them. That was a dangerous pass. Swift got a hand on.
So you know he figures prominently in that passing game, and that time just a little too much zip from Justin Fields.
Fields unloads. Got him! Hardman, touchdown!
See a nice clean pocket to throw from, and he drops it right in the bucket. Mecole Hardman did not have to even break stride. And yet another explosive play. How many do we say? 52? Is that 53 now for Georgia?
53 now for the Dogs. An ovation from the crowd as Fields is back in after the Fromm handoffs worked on the last drive. This play will not, as Akil Crumpton will lose a few yards. This is with a nice move here.
Look at that.
Game by 2 touchdowns. Lost to Alabama. And how in the world they lost to South Carolina and Kentucky. I mean, they really are. They're 2 plays away from being 9-2 right now. Fields, that's incomplete.
Gold before this contest here tonight.
It's 3rd and 13, and Georgia 7 for 7 in terms of touchdowns today. Fields takes off, and the extra effort somehow gets him inside the 25, about a couple of yards shy of the first down.
You just touched on how proficient Georgia has been offensively on third downs, not just tonight, but in recent weeks. Who are you going to take it from, Holyfield or Swift? Brian Herrien, who's certainly paid his dues and is an excellent runner with the ball in his hands.
Big to Herrien. Fields has 1 strike today. No, incomplete. That was Robertson who had it in his breadbasket.
He's got to catch that one, and it's going to drive him crazy. And it goes back a long way.
Fields has plenty of time. Nothing open, though, and the play breaks down. He's sacked back at the 32-yard line.
So some of the things, and this is something that I think Coach Smart was alluding to, where as it breaks down, sometimes as great of a runner as Justin
Massachusetts.
pump fake.
Fields in trouble again, but watch this speed. Lowers his head inside the 10, down inside the 5.
Some of the short yardage, he's like, we just don't really have a big bodied back. Well, except Fields, he's 230 pounds. And watch him that looked like DeAndre.
It's the final day of the opening, where 166 of the top high school players in the country are competing in a 7-on-7 tournament at Nike World headquarters. Among them are this year's Elite 11 quarterbacks, and later today, the Elite 11 MVP will be crowned. The first day of 7-on-7 saw some quarterbacks rise and others fall, but as they head into the playoffs, dominant play could still land a number of QBs at the top spot.
All right, let's go. Justin Fields has probably put himself in the lead. All right, we're ready. Trevor Lawrence is obviously still there. I still think Matt Corral, maybe a guy or two has an outside chance. Now is when it starts counting. And certain guys are going to put too much pressure on themselves and continue to be inconsistent. Other guys are going to want to trust themselves, which has been the theme, and play well.
The 7-on-7 playoffs kick off with a visit by 3-time Super Bowl champion Willie McGinest.
I played with one of the most competitive dudes, which some of you guys are looking at now calling the GOAT. But he didn't always start out as the GOAT. That's Tom Brady. You will never hear him talk about how great he is or his accomplishments. He will never put himself before his teammates. Fellas, you guys play the most important position on the field. You guys are the leaders. Always make it about team.
The final day will offer an opportunity for Virginia Tech commit Quincy Patterson. Patterson plays in a run-heavy offense back home in Chicago and came into the Elite 11 finals ranked number 23 and a long shot to make it to the opening. But he defied the long odds and earned a spot.
Hey, we on now, come on.
Patterson struggled to get the offense going on the first day of 7-on-7 and looks to rebound as the playoffs begin.
Now let's tie our feet to our eyes and be disciplined with our reads. Yes? And trust yourself. When you see it, let it rip, you know?
Ready to go.
Here's Patterson. And that's picked off.
Yeah, he stared down his wide receiver right there.
He's been a hair late on things, and that happens when a lot of times you take quarterbacks who played in the offense he's been, a lot of high school guys, and put them in this type of environment.
Patterson's performance during the playoffs looks a lot like the first day, and his hopes for Elite 11 MVP fade away.
The Elite 11 process taught me to trust myself and just keep learning. Football is relatively new to me. There's a lot of guys here that have been playing since they were like 7, whereas I started playing at like the age of 13.
You will be unstoppable if you just keep on growing. And don't let little setbacks like this rock your world one bit. Was it maybe too much to expect for him to play at a super high level all the time? Maybe, but he played at a high level at times, and I think he's grown as much as anybody.
The future for me is winning the national championship with Virginia Tech, hopefully going pro. If not, my mechanical engineering degree will take me through.
Coming into the Elite 11 finals, Trevor Lawrence out of Cartersville, Georgia, was the consensus #1 quarterback and the clear favorite to win MVP. But after struggling on the first day of 7-on-7s at the opening, he fell from his top spot, and Justin Fields, who impressed yesterday with his dominant play, is now #1. Lawrence can still win MVP, but he'll need a big day in order to make a run.
He's so talented, and this is part of the learning process for him. There's a time when talent just taps out, and you have to play with the discipline it takes when you're playing against the great players he's playing against.
I feel good, so I'm letting the ball out.
But Lawrence will have to wait to get snaps, as head coach Craig Nall gives the start to University of Kentucky commit Jaron Williams, who was out of the MVP race, but had a good performance on day 1.
I think Jaren's had a little bit more success, so he's going to start the game. Maybe they kind of feed off of each other by switching it up a little bit.
Let's go, let's have some fun now. Let's go, a little tempo to the line.
Hey, come on, Jaren. Let's go. They can't stop us. Keep working them, Jaren.
Williams throws one touchdown pass in the first.
Let's go, Jaren.
And Trevor Lawrence comes in after halftime.
Second half, Trevor Lawrence's half for Savage Pro.
Louis, let's go. I was honestly kind of mad about the other game, so I wanted to play a lot better and show people that I can play a lot better than I did.
Lawrence looking down the sideline and delivers a dime.
Lawrence's first drive is surgical as he rips one completion after the next.
Louis, let's go.
Lawrence 3 for 3 on this drive. How about 4 for 4? Touchdown, Savage Pro.
Good eyes by Trevor Lawrence to find this guy and put it where just he could catch it.
I'm back.
But Trevor Lawrence isn't done yet.
Lawrence just dealing in this half. And another one for number 1.
Good job. Hello, baby.
Lawrence's big second half performance leads his team to the win and jumps him right back into the MVP conversation.
He wasn't thinking anymore. He was just kind of reacting. He'd see it and let it go. It was just great to see.
I had a way better game than I did earlier. I kind of got fought through that adversity. Bro, this energy, this is what we need every game.
Here at the opening, the nation's best high school football players are encouraged to express themselves. And a break in the action provides time to show some moves in a different way. But this week wouldn't be complete without another surprise visit from a wildly popular NFL star.
OBJ! No!
But soon, the mayhem gives way to the competition. There are more games to be played and an MVP to crown. 7-on-7 playoffs roll on.
We are set for our first semifinal. It's Team Vapor Speed against Team Mach Speed.
Formerly committed to Penn State, Justin Fields shows why he's the top-ranked quarterback in the competition.
Another great read by Fields. There we go.
The Kennesaw, Georgia native is yet to verbally agree to another school, although schools like Georgia, Florida State, and LSU seem to be the leaders in the field sweepstakes.
Seems as though he's got a different type of skill set, maturity. Everything he does looks really easy.
Nice, go vertical.
Motion 2, gun empty right, gone right, Smith, Z back line. On 1-on-1, ready?
All right, here we go, fellas. Let's go. Let's get it.
Fields got to let it go, and he does. Ball in the air, and our number 30, Luke Ford, hauling in the TD.
Yeah.
Second one of the day for Justin Fields.
Fields secures an easy win, completing 19 passes, 3 of which for touchdowns.
Deep ball from Justin Fields to Justin Shorter, and just like that, another touchdown.
I'm having a great time out here, just enjoying it, but we still have more work to do. We just have to stay consistent. Let's go!
UCLA commit Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a lot to prove heading into the Elite 11 competition. He has never started a high school game at quarterback, having backed up one of the nation's top QBs, Tate Martell, at Bishop Gorman in Nevada for the last few years. But a strong finals and a big first day at the opening have him in the MVP discussion.
We will blow this team out if we get catches. Let's go. Come on.
DTR has been sharing playing time with teammate Matt Corral out of Long Beach Poly, a factory for pumping out NFL talent. Corral has been one of the top quarterbacks throughout the Elite 11 process.
Me and Dorian have a goal when we came here, and we wanted to win the championship before. As soon as we got the teams assigned, I texted Dorian and I said, we're not going home without a championship.
Why is to go?
DTR comes in hot and makes a splash right off the bat.
Thompson-Robinson and Jalen Hall makes the snag.
Good catch, Jalen. Good catch, Jalen.
Dorian, start using your eyes, okay? The mic's still creeping. Put it all together.
DTR's story to me has been the same this whole thing. You have to play a lot to get comfortable. Your eyes need to be trained to see what is open, what isn't open.
DTR, no, that's an INT.
Because he can get it anywhere, he decides to all the time, instead of just taking some of the boring stuff.
I know I'm keep saying it, forgot. He's clever in him right here. Tight end return. 1, 2, 3.
DTR's outing doesn't go as planned as he throws 2 picks in the first half. Teammate Matt Corral steps in and has success right away.
Corral, cannon, and a catch. That's going for 6.
That's what we love about Matt Corral. That arm talent is off the charts and everybody's fired up.
But his second half touchdown is his only score, and he struggles to get any more offense going.
I think Matt gets away with being a gunslinger, and it looks awesome when it works. When it doesn't, it kind of bites you.
Hesitates, looking for a big play, but doesn't find it. And that's probably going to do it for Corral.
Neither Corral or Thompson Robinson show enough in the loss to remain in the MVP debate.
Damn.
For them, the Elite 11 experience comes to an end.
It was definitely a needed experience. I needed to get out here and kind of see what I was like when live bullets come on and playing against top competition like I'm going to be playing against this season.
Things don't always go the way you wanted, but this thing's over. All right, on to my senior season. I'm looking forward to having a good season with my boys back home.
Love you guys. I really appreciate the time, man.
The 7-on-7 playoffs continue at the opening as #1 quarterback Justin Fields takes on #2 Trevor Lawrence in a rematch from day one, where Fields came out on top. In order to win the Elite 11 MVP, Lawrence will have to prove why he was the consensus #1 quarterback coming into the Elite 11 process. And for Justin Fields, out of Kennesaw, Georgia, an impressive win will all but seal it.
The scene's a two-man race. It's between you two. When it comes to MVP, you guys both made it very clear you guys wanted to win it. You've separated yourself. It's not just how you play. It's how you handle the up and downs. It's how you handle your team. It's how you handle the bigness of this. Good luck. All right, have a great one.
Hey, let's go Winston, 25-ish.
Savage Pro head coach Craig Nall, who started University of Kentucky commit Jaron Williams earlier in the day, will give the nod to Lawrence this time around.
Knowing that Trevor's in the race for the MVP, he deserves a chance to really go out there and continue that improvement he made from one game to the next.
One-on-one, ready?
Yeah. Here we go.
We definitely can still make a run in this. It's kind of a clean slate too, though, so I should come out here and do pretty well, I think.
On the opposite sideline, Justin Fields' squad, who won 26-0 the first time around against Lawrence, the game plan seems simple.
Really just do the same thing as yesterday and just execute, run the right routes, the right depth, and just complete passes.
Green Eggs, let's go.
Nice, Trevor.
Lawrence comes out of the gate having some success completing passes. But before he can put up points, the defense comes up big.
Lawrence's pass ends up in the hands of Caden Stearns. Interception.
Justin Fields has the ball.
Wide, let's go.
And makes Lawrence pay for his costly turnover.
Justin Fields finding Justin Shorter for the easy score.
Once again, Lawrence needs to rebound to keep his MVP chances alive.
Short of the first down, not enough. Lawrence goes to Kevin Austin. That one's on the ground, incomplete, and a turnover on down.
Got some long arms.
He does.
Wide, let's go.
Meanwhile, Justin Fields continues to shine.
Fields has moved forward in the intermediate, and he's off to the pylon, in for the touchdown.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Same thing on one-on-one. Ready? Let's go.
I'm going to take the safety.
But down 14-0, Trevor Lawrence is not done.
There we go.
And his talent shows.
Lawrence and Savage Pro down 2 scores. He looks to his right, throws to his left. That one complete. Keeps the chains moving. Lawrence wants a TD.
Same thing. There you go.
And he gets it at Ross. Same play.
Nice shot.
With a TD pass, Justin Fields' mock speed is now only up by 1 score. But Fields comes right back and answers.
Spread right, call on one-on-one, ready?
Justin Fields with the easy fade to the right side of the end zone for Solomon Enos.
It's almost ridiculous what he's been able to do. He has this ability because of his makeup where nothing bothers him. He's that quiet assassin that at the big moments, he's executed almost perfectly on all those.
With time running out, it's all but the end for Trevor Lawrence and his hopes for MVP.
Let me qualify this by saying there is no doubt that Trevor Lawrence is going to play football for lots of years. He is wildly talented. He has a great makeup, but he got a little undisciplined at times, and he'd be the first to tell you that. And what he's going to learn from this is too much is given, much is expected. And he's been given as much as anybody from a talent standpoint. And as he grows in the position, I have tons of confidence he's going to be an incredible football player.
I'm sure. I mean, everyone wanted to win, so I'm sure we're a little upset, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great experience that I won't forget. I've learned a lot, and it's fun to get to play with these guys.
Final score on field 1, Team Mach Speed 35, Savage Pros 6.
After 2 days of 7-on-7, Justin Fields has a 73% completion percentage with 11 touchdowns and no interceptions. The Kennesaw, Georgia native looks to be a lock for Elite 11 MVP, but before he can be crowned, his team Mach Speed takes the field for a final time. They will face Team Vapor Speed, led by TCU commit Justin Rogers, whose body of work was not enough for MVP consideration, but looks to play the role of spoiler.
Got him, man.
This one is for the opening championship.
Squad on 3. 1, 2, 3, squad!
The game is televised live on NFL Network and attracts some impressive visitors.
It's always great to see the next generation of kids. Every year you see kids that you've seen here or worked with at this camp getting drafted. So, I'm sure some of these kids will be playing on Sundays eventually. Tails it is. They defer to the second half.
So y'all scared?
We're scared.
All right, bro. Good luck.
No, he's saying he ain't scared. He's saying he want to see you first.
Let's go. All right, let's see it. Top Fry 3 Jet Breeze Swiss H burst on 101 ready? Yeah.
Justin Fields is ready to start the championship game of the opening 7-on championship.
Let's go.
After a dominant weekend, Justin Fields doesn't skip a beat and begins to shred the opposing defense once again.
Justin Fields on second down, wide open, touchdown, Team Mach Speed.
He's just absolutely dominating. I mean, I don't know if we've seen a performance like this.
Deborah HLF Bertram Z Wilson on 101 ready?
Almost every drive he executes ends up in a touchdown. He's just really had an exceptional time here.
Justin Fields, you give him time, he's gonna hurt you. So 2 drives, 2 scores.
Well, it just looks like one team is a little overmatched, and this quarterback is throwing dimes. I'm sure there's at least 6-7 teams in our league that are taking. Let's go.
Justin Fields throws 5 touchdown passes.
Got him.
Wow, what a pass and what a snag.
Did that just happen? You couldn't ask for a better pass.
And Mach Speed is crowned 2017 champions at the opening.
The celebration begins.
Give it up for Team Mach Speed. 31-15 victory over Team Vapor Speed.
And a Gatorade pass.
And with such a dominant performance, it only seemed right that Fields be given his honor in front of a live national television audience.
All right, Red Lewis here with some talented quarterbacks.
I'm pretty sure I'm the least talented quarterback on set right now. I'll introduce you to the 2017 Elite 11 MVP, Justin Fields from Harrison, Georgia. First time he's heard that, congratulations, buddy. He's done an incredible job, not just this weekend, but through the entire process. One of the more special kids we've had a chance to coach.
Justin, congratulations, man. How have you taken it all in? What's this experience been like for us? Describe it.
This experience has just been just crazy. Just getting out here and just being able to compete with the best in the country is definitely a one-in-a-lifetime experience.
Can I just get you to make me one promise? First day of school, the fall this year, I need you to wear that shirt.
Yeah?
All right.
He might do it.
As the opening comes to a close, so does the Elite 11 competition. A 5-month journey that identified some of the nation's top arm talent and taught lessons that will be remembered for a lifetime.
What a journey. And to us, all of us, that's the most important thing. We built the theme of trust because we learned and we decided that if you trust yourself, you'll feel good about yourself. Hopefully we gave you some tools to trust yourself even more. If I was a coach in college football, I could close my eyes and I could go like this, and I point to any one of you, any single one of you, and I would trust you to run my program. Thanks, you guys. Bring it on in. Coaches, I say elite, you say 11, we do it 3 times. Elite! 11! Elite!